Hello everyone, my name is Martha Judith. I am an intuitive angelic channel, an energy healer, and I channel the energy, the frequency, the messages of Archangel Metatron. He is my main guide. The reason I am here today is because I would like to share with you a message that was inspired through him. Actually, I've been meaning to do this for the last few days. As you already are aware, if you're part of this channel, I am recently combining both delivering message in English and Spanish. Over the weekend, a message came through in Spanish, which is already on the web on the page, and I've shared it here as well. And I was certain that after I recorded that one, the next one was going to be the message in English. To my surprise, that was not the case. And although I thought I was going to come in and do just a translation of what the message or the way the message was delivered today, but it's not going to be the case. Instead, I was asked to pull some cards before we started, and I'm working with the Hero's Journey Dream Oracle deck. The cards are already here. And a few other things that Metatron would like for me to share with you. I know there's already a lot of information out there with this situation that we're going through worldwide. And it's going to be probably a brief video, because really the guidance that keeps coming through is for us to actually disconnect and go within. The theme, just for you to know, in case you are not able to tune into the message in Spanish, was to do with projection, because over the weekend and more in this last few days, we're getting a lot of statistical projections on how things could evolve and develop over the next weeks, months, what have you. And that also has brought a lot of fear into our environment. So we know that it is in us to keep our space clean and healthy in order to better address what it is that is coming our way. Of course, we are mindful and follow guidelines that will keep us healthy on a physical level, but it's also important to remember that mentally, emotionally, spiritually, we have the tools to put in place to balance any given moment. Actually, it's not just about doing the one thing. It's about working comprehensively with all the tools that we know and we have at hand to bring ourselves to balance and harmony at every moment. In that way, then project our energy outwards, because even help is needed. There's so much to say. So help is needed around the world. And of course, when you feel like you're in that place of being centered, you can project your energy, your love there. If you cannot do it because you feel depleted yourself, you can always ask the Creator, the angels, to send their energy, their love to those places that need it. That being said, it's important to find the ways for us to so how do I want to say it? It's just that it's so much information coming in, but it's pretty simple in the end. And it is that we are the ones who also have the power to affect how things manifest. And just by keeping our frequency clean and clear, keeping ourselves out of the muck of all of that fear that keeps popping up, just being present and grounding that energy within ourselves, it of course has an influence in what happens around us. And that's what I was trying to say about projection. We can remember that we too have the power to project that higher frequency just by being it, just right now, not much other is being asked of us than to be within ourselves. We've already been asked to be inside our homes, but even inside our homes, we can find ways to become busy and worried and put our energy in things that are pretty much just robbing us of our energy. So this is, I'm going to show you some of the cards that came up. Of course, this is not predictive, as we say. This is just images to inspire us to take action right now. And the first card that came through was the card of the return. Own your mastery. Let me put it here. Own your mastery. So again, and we start off the bat with this simple message. Go back within. Go back inside. I know this situation is manifesting in very different degrees for anyone, but still, for most of us, it is required to stay indoors, to stay home, to physically distance within, from others around us. And the guidance here is to go within, to own your mastery, to return to oneself. And let me there was one line that I wanted to share with you. And I'm not going to go through all of it here in the booklet because, as you know, I do this intuitively and I'm just following the guidance that I'm perceiving from Metatron. And this is what from this card I want to share. And it's a quote from Terry Pratchett relating to this card. Why do you go away? So that you can come back. So you can see the place you came from with new eyes and extra colors. And the people there see you differently too. Coming back to where you started is not the same as never leaving. Of course, we know that we're going to a transformational event. We don't know how the scenery is going to change. We know it's changing. We don't know quite how it's going to look, but at this moment, what it's asked of us is just to go within so you can reconnect. I shared a post this morning, which is actually a repost from the middle of October, and I'm going to share the image with you in a minute. But pretty much since back then, the message was, and the invitation was, go within. Go within to reconnect with yourself. Use the tools that you have at hand. The breathing exercises, the working with colors, the asking the archangels to help you cleanse your space. Of course, you can do it physically, but at the same time, we cleanse our mental space by focusing on kind words, and we check in on our emotional space and cleanse that so we can raise that. In that way, we also keep our spiritual or energetic space clean and vibrant and uplifted, right? And that's how we contribute, okay? So that's pretty much what that post was saying. And actually I'll go to that image in a minute. So that was the first card. The second card that came forward is stop in and take the view. I'm sorry, I said stop in, but it really says stop and take in the view. Take stock of the treasures you've earned. And this is the card. That's the image there of you shining brightly at the peak, at your top, at your crown, right? And this is the message that's in, not the whole message here, because this is just the part that I was guided to share. Okay, not that, but this. You might notice you get stuck in this strive-drive mode. and forget to pause from time to time. Look around and take inventory of the blessings and treasures you've learned and earned along the way. I'm going to keep this up as I'm reading. Regular stops to take in the view are a must for sustaining steady progress over the long haul. You have accomplished a great deal, but the real test is whether you can accept the blessings that are a result of your hard work. Can you stop and be filled with appreciation for all you've accomplished thus far? It is now time to be showered with blessings, whether you are deep in the valley or on the mountain peak. Revel in the rewards of your journey thus far. Quell your worries about the false notion that a reverie will make you weak, complacent, or an egomaniac. In fact, take heart knowing that delighting in love and appreciation will give you the strength to journey further, thus multiplying the gifts you can share with others. Okay. So again, it's about going within, connecting within, being open to receiving and what we're receiving, it's pretty much the connection to ourselves, bringing forward our gifts, our talents, in order to, once it's time to go and rebuild the way of doing things, you have with you what it is that you need to put in place once that moment comes, right? So you can decide to either spend your time following and tracking things, that are just depleting you, or rearranging your day in a way that is fortifying you, your inner self, and once you're fortified, you can then also share of yourself from where you are right now, or once it's time to go out of our homes and rebuild the new way that we are going to be laying for all of us. Okay, this third card is the card of divine discernment. Step back to find clarity. And this is card 13. And what I want, what I'm picking up here, just with the image that I want you to notice, is the light coming down to the person. And this is like their aura, and just that violet, I'm going to say violet flame just surrounding the person. Again, it's very loud right now. There are a lot of voices out there. And it's hard, if we're not careful, it can be hard to not want to follow and be sucked into the current of information right now. But again, just go within and trust that whatever information it is you need at any given moment will be given to you. And it's easier to hear it if you have the mental clarity and the clarity in your space to actually discern what it is that you're being given. So right now, again, the invitation, keep your space clean, go within and connect. Okay, let me go to the book. I'm sure this one had also one thing that I needed to share. Okay, yeah. So this is what's being shared for this reading. I'm gonna put it up again, the card, for you to see as I read. Take a breather and honor your feminine nature. This is not always so easy to do in a culture that honors and celebrates the drive-strive mode, while turning up its nose at the virtues of the feminine qualities of flow and letting go. In strive mode, we get things done. In feminine yin mode, we fill our tank and reflect on our larger vision and purpose. So when it is time to move, we do so with precision. If we are to live in balance, we need both action and reflection. There are times to do and times for inaction. To know which mode is more appropriate, step back and practice discernment. And there's a mantra here. Divine discernment lets me know when to go, when to stop, and when to drop into the space in between. Again, we're being asked right now to go inside and stay within. But even within our homes, we can find ways to keep ourselves distracted from ourselves. So the invitation is to go within, to connect to your gifts, to your talents, to yourself, to the things that, because of the busyness of our lives, have been pushed to the side, and trust that as things are rearranging right now, when it's time for you and all of us to go outside and rebuild, the means are going to be there for us to do so. And the more you connect within and practice keeping your space clean, the easier it will be to have discernment as to how to move forward. Okay. And finally, okay, before I do this is the image, just in case you missed it. This is the image that was that I reposted this morning. Okay, this is from the artist No Clues, and it's called Mother Nature. And I mean, you can go to the group page and you'll see the post for today there, which is pretty much what it was posted back in October 15, 2019. But the importance of this image is a reminder that, so this could be a representation of Mother Nature, Earth, you know, being in balance, but also a representation of us as an extension of Mother Earth. And this is what we're asked to do right now, to become one and ground and go within, cleanse the heart space so you can have clarity of mind. And I'm going to put this closer, if you see, it's like this person is so grounded. It's so grounded that it's not just connecting to the roots. It's like you can see it's become the tree. And that's how grounded we need to be right now. That's how grounded we need to be in order for the clouds, the dark clouds, to be, you know, swept away our space, and we can be just within light. So this is just an image that I wanted to share with you again today in the invitation to go within. You know, let the worries flow, let the fear flow out of you away until it's just a spring of clear water coming forth. And the clearer the spring in your heart, the easier it is to also align to the mind. Okay? And this is the last card. This card I've been getting, actually these two cards, I've been doing readings for the last 2 weeks, and I've used this deck, and these cards keep coming up. Of course, it changes from day to day, but the message has been consistent of going within. And this is the last card that came for this reading, which has come up again for others in the last few weeks. But this is just a reminder. For this, you were born. For this moment in time, you were born because you decided to be here. Again, this is number 22. 22, I correlate with this is the master number 22. It's the master builder. Of course, we are about to go and build a new way, again, of doing things. Even if doing things is doing our own lives, we can see that structures are going to be changing throughout, not just at the global collective level, but also affecting us at a personal level. This is a reminder, you know, for this you were born, and foster your intention for incarnating in this dimension. As I was saying, 22 is the builder. So how is it that you want to build whatever next phase in our collective existence, of course, in an individual, in our personal existence? And again, I just want to, we've had this card before in this channel, so just want to remind you, like, this is source, your stellar gateway, the light. And here you cannot really tell where like this light body ends and begins. And again, it's like a mirror image of this. You know, this person, it's so grounded that you cannot tell where her light body ends as we know, physical body and the earth's light body begins. And that's how grounded we need to be right now in order for the light, for the clarity of mind to move through us. See all the light around, it's starlight around, and then again, like light coming out of her hands, because that's how this person is creating. You know, orange always, to me, that's the Metatron color, the Metatron flame, the pink for love, and yellow for joy. So it could feel counterintuitive to foster joy when we're seeing people perish at this time. But in all truth, our personal lives and the collective lives and the lives of everybody are better off by us fostering our joy and raising our vibration. Of course, we send our love and support and our prayers to those who are directly, we are all directly affected by this. The degree of how we're being affected by this is varied right now. Some people are being truly impacted on a physical level by what's happening right now. That being said, we can send them our love and support, and really our impact at that level won't be felt unless we are in our own power, in our own joy, letting go of the fear, letting go of the worry, letting go of not knowing how things are gonna unfold. The time will come when we'll know what the next steps are and what the next steps we in particular need to take. But for now, the invitation, the guidance is ground. Ground and go within. Ground and go within to reconnect to that fountain of wisdom and beauty and joy that is there. Okay? We have the way of we have the way, we have the wisdom, we have the knowledge, the tools to navigate this time, and it's a matter of letting go of the false narrative and just focusing on our true divine self. Okay, and this is what I'm going to read, is to do with card 22. And again, this I'm just gonna leave it here. For this you were born. Foster your intention for incarnating in this dimension. We must be willing to get rid of the life we planned as to have the life that is waiting for us. Joseph Campbell. You are alive with infinite possibilities. Every cell of your body sings and shouts a full-throttled yes to life. Before you were born, you had a reason, a strong desire for wanting to experience the human realm. You joyously raised your hand and stood on your tippy toes to volunteer to partake. Your soul smiled wildly as you traveled from the angelic realm, where all is love, whole and perfect, to the realm of humanity. Through the challenges that come your way, remember all you need to do is ask, and you will be instantly refueled by love and support from your soul family. They are always at the ready. Your job is to remember to remember. Your job is to remember to remember. As you awaken each morning, revisit your passionate intention for this lifetime. Remind yourself, for this I was born. Gather your energy, creativity, talent, and will, so no part is left behind as you cross a new threshold of adventure. And with that, I close this message today. I hope it is a helpful message. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or comments. I'm going to have to take some of my own advice here, although it's Metatron's advice, and I'm going to take more time offline, more time within. So I say this because I might not be as fast as replying, but I will get to replying to you. That being said, I hope you have a great week, a beautiful week, a joyous week, week filled with love and light for you and yours and all of us, truly. Okay, so thank you again for watching and being here, and I will be back when I'm asked to be back here by Metatron and the archangels. And yeah, until then, I send you much love. Bye.